So my turn. Alright, so here we are, bro. We're doing your first guitar lesson. And I'm going to focus first on that strumming pattern concept where you are going down, up, down, up, down, and doing it with your thumb. So we're going to use our pick. We're going to use a wide range of motion. What we realize is with chords like A minor that you're already muting the bass string with your thumb. So here's me strumming. Here's me tuning. Cool. So yeah, we introduced the concept of downbeat, upbeat. If I was playing on all of them, that would just be me going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And maybe stop your video and do that, just getting into this wider range of motion. Or if that's already what you've been doing, good times. Got our arm around the instrument like that so it's over the sound hole. We also talked about having your fretboard more up there rather than down there, which is something we do with our right arm, shoulder, elbow. Cool. So the strumming pattern that you were playing was 1, 2, and 4, down, and then so we're gonna go down, down, up, down, instead of just alternate strumming. And what's more, so just stop and do that a couple times. And just pause in, go for one good one, pause, one good one, pause, until it actually starts to feel kind of easy. So pause your video and do that now, please. Kick ass. And now before we move on, try to do it twice. And then pause until that becomes easy. Stop, do that. And now try looping it until that actually becomes easy. So we're dealing with the right hand part head on. Let me just pause first. Horses. Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah. I'm running a little late. Need to finish this lesson up, just a couple minutes. Okay. And we'll still get a full hour in. Okay, no worries. Do you mind chilling out here? I'll still there. Alrighty. That was the most important part of your video. So cool. So anyway, there's just us talking about what order we'd work on things and being myopic and focusing on little sections, and that's going to be our approach to learning rhythms. If I de-aspirated right now or died in a plane crash before we can do our second lesson, that's how to learn new rhythms. Anything you have to think about, in my opinion. This might sound a little half-baked, but it's a good way to do it. Is I can do it once well, I can do it twice well, and then trying to loop it. Everybody's natural tendency is to try to loop it right away, which is totally more fun. Cool. So go through your whole, and what's more, it's much more common to add another up strum at the end of that. So down, down, up, down, up. That's the rhythm we're going to actually play for your song, you know? However it goes. However the actual song went. Kick ass. So there's that. Just stop and mess around with that. Learning the note names we talked about. And the other stuff, going back over and looking at some bar chords. Hey, if you need to, take like 6 scraps of paper, write G, C, A, D, B, E on them, and quiz yourself. Because we do not want to be relying on going G and C, A, and D to be able to allow ourselves to think about that that's B. And then we also talked about the concept of using our blues box, which now we're thinking about as going totally use your pinky there, because we're often doing single note runs there. When we get to here, if we bend, we're using all 3 fingers, and then we spread out to here, our middle finger gets involved, and we also extended that to include pentatonic 2 right out in front of that, which is this just 2 fret spread, and I'm doing this in G because it's where you can most easily picture this stuff. So now your world goes, and it's always right adjacent to it. So, and we've got this Freddie King song that and then while we're at it, we notice so A minor pentatonic would be I throw my index finger on A and I do these things that I know how to do. What if a song's in A major? You put your pinky on it, you do the same shit. So there you have just a weapon to try out over chord changey, campfire-y type songs. So it really just goes, I'm going to put my pinky on A and play my same pentatonic box, and the stuff still works out in front of it. So there's a thing you can try against major keys that'll sound way cooler than trying to play like major scale if you ever tried to learn that or anything. On the other page, we've got Yonder Wall by Freddie King, which I have tabbed out, and we've got a separate video that I'm going to send to you with me talking about that, as well as a link to the commercial track. You've been Guitar Listened.